Yo, what's up, everybody? It is the Love and Listings after show. So Jacob finally passed his real estate exam. Taylor doesn't have trouble driving the conversation, but has trouble driving the car. And Andrew forgot he had his phone in his hand. And it's the finale. Let's go. Let's get it.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin. What's our last time for the song? I should make it my ringtone.
Love and listing.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It is the Love and Listings after show. It is the finale. We made it to the end. Yes. And check this out.
What's it?
We actually had an in-studio guest every single episode.
That's so
Shout out to that.
So amazing.
Thank y'all for supporting. Yes. That's got to be a record. I'm telling you, that's really dope.
It is.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Lim Gonzalez, and next to me is the amazing, the incomparable, and she's in the live chat. So make sure you ask her some questions. Angele Taylor in the building.
Hey guys, hit me up in the live chat right now, on air, live.
Yes, ask questions because we got to talk to these people. Of course, she's got the gossip. She's got all the moves, all the information that you need. Neema Sky in the building.
What's up?
And she's got she pop locks, and she does everything that you need on the movement scale. Shannon O'Connor in the building. That's right. That's right. That's right. Eighth Mexican. What'd you say? Eighth?
A quarter.
Quarter.
Get it right.
Let me respect.
A quarter.
Respect.
Yeah.
Quarter Mexican.
Halfway.
Thank you.
I'm just saying.
You can't take her down halfway.
I know. I just wanted to make sure.
That can mean a lot when you're filling out an application.
Exactly.
Okay, sir?
Absolutely.
that's true.
Absolutely.
Benefits are real.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Scholarships.
it's guest time. It's guest time. It's guest time. Yo. So, it's the finale, so we had to come super correct. So we got not one, not two people on the couch, but we got three people in the building from the cast. Starting off, I don't know how we got these two together, but miracles do happen. But she's amazing. She's an amazing realtor. She does what she does.
Yes.
Samantha's in the building. Yes.
Spicy.
Sitting in the middle, ex-NFL player. He does what he does. He's got all the celebrity clients. Zach's in the building.
Appreciate it. What's going on?
And she originally hails from the OC, but she's got ties to Compton. Sarah's in the building.
Grandma Duke, right? Grandma Duke.
Yes. Yeah, so we're going to do the pass the mic cipher situation today because that's how we doing. But yeah, so so this episode, this finale, I will say they didn't disappoint, right? A lot of stuff came out. We got some kind of resolution a little bit, but how did y'all feel about this finale?
Ooh, this finale was hot. It was hot. It was shady. It was interesting. Like, I think it was everything that everybody wanted to know kind of came out on the table. I won't hint to it, but I think we know what we're talking about. With relationships, with friendships, rumors, I think that everything kind of came to a head, and so now we have a big anticipation for season 2.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
Heck yeah.
Season 2.
Yes. I was not expecting it to be so clear about Andrew and Angele. I didn't think it was going to be such like a holy cow, he's freaking lying. Probably, yes. I thought it was going to be like cliffhanger, still like, we don't know, there's no proof. So that was nuts for me.
So I think this was the best episode for me. It gave me 100%. Closure. I did not want any cliffhangers for this season, and they did not disappoint. I'm telling you, like Neema said, with the relationships, with the friendships, with the rumors, everything was closed out, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Word. That's what's up. So, guess, how did you all feel? You guys lived it, obviously, and did you feel like that? You don't know how it's going to be edited, right? I love that. They're just ready. They're just ready. Zach's got the mic first. How did you feel about how it all ended for the season?
How it ended?
Yeah.
It was, like I said, we lived it, but kind of seeing it play out, like we only got to see what we did, so I filmed what I filmed. That's all I knew. So now watching the show, watching the episodes play out, you get to see everybody's perspectives, everybody's kind of like interview scenes and things like that. So like to watch it all play out and end how it did, it kind of made it more clear, you know, because Angele, we didn't know, you know, I'm with Andrew all the time, you know, we're shooting our scenes, the guy scenes, so we're getting Andrew's point of view. So now when you see the entire thing come together, it's like, oh shit, like, okay. There was a lot more to this than meets the eye. So it was interesting.
The truth came out.
Yeah, the truth came out, like for real. So.
Yeah. Right, Samantha.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say I'm so glad the cameras are rolling when we're talking. Right. Andrew got caught with the phone. Like they were like, I don't have my phone. I left it in the car. We were like, rewind.
I love that playback though. That playback and that highlight of the phone. I was like, thank you.
Like, let me just play it back one time. You do have your phone on you. You a liar. You're lying about that. You're lying about Angele. You lying about. He just kept on lying. And what I really want to know is how Jalissa is feeling right now. Like, I feel like Andrew's telling everyone and he's sticking to his lie, right? But Jalissa has to know intuitively, like, this shit is real. Like, this is not no games. This isn't scripted for TV. This shit really happened. And I just feel for her. And but it's not, you know, that's their relationship. We don't need to get into that. I'm just like, from woman to woman, I feel for her, you know? So, yeah, that's my comment.
Sarah, did you always, because obviously it kind of came out that we saw it when you had the slumber party, right?
Yeah.
And before, you know, you and Taylor got into it and it all blew up. But prior to that, Angele, you guys are kind of probing. Samantha's there and you guys are like, yo, so what's really going on? And she basically drops the bombshell that, you know, they slept together. Not just once, but multiple times. And what we did find out
in this... She did say that last time.
At my birthday, I apologize to Andrew sincerely. Like, are you kidding?
So that's what I want to get from you, because knowing that bombshell being dropped, and she's like, yo, I got the receipts. It happened last time was after your birthday party, but you were always trying to, you know, apologize for what you said. How did you feel?
I mean, it was just frustrating because it's like, what kind of a person like really makes you feel like crap for saying something, and then I apologize and literally turns around and goes and hooks up with her that night. It's like, who are you?
So, my bad.
No bad.
So this is some behind the scenes type shit. So this is kind of where, like, so you kind of see the scenes with like Andrew and I and everything. So I'm the only one prior to the premiere. I'm the only one who's met Jalissa. Like on this, so while we were filming, Kat and I went out with Andrew and Jalissa on some just regular chill shit, right? So this is before all this shit started popping off. So
this is before the filming?
No, there was during the filming, but it wasn't up to shit. You know what I'm saying? Like before I knew about this. So like we went bowling one day, so I was more intertwined with this shit because now I'm coming home telling Kat about this shit, and she's friends with Jalissa now because they done hung out. So now I'm like, oh, and now she's like, so the night, the scene where, you know, the whole whatever, you know what I mean? After all that took place, so Andrew and Angele were sitting at the bar and like, everybody was gone. All the cameras, everybody was gone. I stayed because I saw them sitting there. So I would just saw some friendly shit. I was like, okay, Andrew and Angele's here. Fuck it. I'll go have some drinks with them. When I tell you we sat there for like 2 hours, like it was like 11:45 and we left, and that nobody was pressed. Nobody looked down at their phone to be like, oh shit, I gotta be somewhere. You know what I mean? Like Angele's single. Cat knew where I was, but Andrew, like, not one time throughout this whole thing that he was like, oh shit, it's getting late. I gotta get home. So, like, we're getting
your
ready.
Relationship.
And so, like, I'm just sitting there thinking it's some chill shit. You know what I mean? Okay, we just got through filming.
I remembered something.
And so, we're getting ready to leave. And they're calling an Uber. I'm calling an Uber. I go back inside to I gotta go to the bathroom. So I come back out the bathroom. And mind you, when I went into the bathroom, we're all standing up front. I come out the bathroom, and Andrew and Angele are standing by the damn, I guess her phone died or some shit. So they standing by a pillar hella close, like stupid close. Like I'm like, oh shit. Like enough to where it was like
wheels are turning.
You know what I mean? So I called Taylor to check on her because that night she left early. So I called Taylor and just like, oh, are you good, whatever, and just slipped out. I was like, yeah, I'm here with Andrew and Angele. I was like, yeah, they sitting over here hella close right now at the bar, whatever. So the scene we did did at the beach.
Yeah, I took the hit, but
when Andrew's sitting there talking about like, you know, somebody's in here saying this and that, I was like, nigga, it was me.
Yeah, you did say that.
And it didn't reveal that it was ever you.
Because I called Taylor and told her, you know what I mean? I was like, Taylor, I saw Andrew and Angele kind of close or whatever, so he's sitting there, there's somebody da-da-da-da-da-da. I stopped, I was like, yo, it was me, bro. Like, I'll say this shit to your face right now. Like, I called Taylor.
So then why did you take the hit then?
I don't know.
Because she's Sarah.
She's
sorry all the time. Sarah is a team player.
I'm sorry all the time. What were you going to say? You said you remembered something.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I do remember one scene, we were in a bus, and I remember all of us got off, and I'm like trying to get the hell out of there because I'm like, I don't want to see shit. I don't want to be around shit. Like, get me away. And I do remember them kind of like staying back. Also, I don't know. There was just so many like red flags that were just like, something's going on. But yeah, I just remember like, I do remember like you were the one.
Oh yeah.
You were the one. He was the one who actually saw it, probably more than me and Sam. But yeah, so thanks for.
Yeah, no, because nobody was there. There was no cameras. I mean,
but they did catch them hugging. So
until like 11:30, and I left. So now when all this shit starts coming out in my head, I'm like, damn nigga, did I mess up y'all plans that night? Like, because I just stayed.
You just stayed. You know what I mean? Like it's all homies.
Like, yeah, it's just the
all coworkers.
This is before all this started coming out. So I'm like, damn, that night at the bar when it was just y'all two, because if I had left, it would have just been y'all two there. Like, so like, did I fuck up y'all plans that night?
You just didn't have a later night.
So bad.
So I'm like, yo. So when this all started coming out,
so
it didn't
now
make
you're
sense
just
to
thinking,
me. You know, I'm like, oh shit, like it's starting to add up now. Like that night didn't like, and like I said, Cat had met. So now Jalissa and Cat are friends. So when I go and like, I'm like, Andrew, like this is now I'm in your shit because you know what I mean. Like, so that's why we were at the taco stand or the hot dog. He came to the house. What's going on? Like, I need to know what the fuck, because I'm dealing with this shit in another aspect now.
Right.
Hindsight is always 20/20 though. Hindsight, you be looking back, you be like, okay, let's connect these dots real quick.
Right.
Yeah. So this shit got kind of weird. During while all this was happening, I'm like, yo, like. He did this shit. Like, yo, you did this, bro. But you still sitting here trying to be like, nah, no. Like, Andrew, you did this.
So we had, I wasn't here, but we had Angele last week and the girls, it was girls' night. And she was basically, she said something that because I watched it, and she said something, and she also said it again in the episode where she was basically saying, if you're not going to respect your situation,
then I'm not going to respect
I respect your relationship as much as you do.
There we go.
Yeah.
So, Sam, how did you feel like? Did you roll? Like, I mean, is that something that makes sense to you? Do you agree with that? Like, seeing how it all played out. Now
to be totally 100% honest, I wouldn't do this now, but my younger 20-year-old self, I was in that position where it was like the guy, he was like, no, but my girl knows about this. And I'm like, all right, if your girl knows about this, you guys have open relationships, and who knows what Andrew's really telling her. But you know, if they know about it, it's like, why not? I mean, if she's cool with it, like, and you're down, like, yeah. You know?
I don't think that
but I wouldn't be doing that now. Not like me being 32, not as a 32-year-old woman who like really wants to settle down and really looking for that. I wouldn't be fucking around with someone that's engaged. Like, I just don't have time for that, you know? But yeah, I don't think Angele was in the wrong. If any, more so, I think that Andrew's in the wrong than Angele.
So you think Andrew was fair game?
Fair game? And what do you mean by that?
Why would you say that?
No, because you said that Angele wasn't in the wrong. So was Andrew fair game if she wasn't in the wrong?
Andrew's like... Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. So...
I just want to know.
Look, so when we found out we got picked up, right?
For the show.
For the show, initially. We all went out.
Oh, you want to go? Okay.
We all went out. So this is kind of where I feel like the origin started, right? That day, like, this nigga took her phone and tried to send himself 20 photos of her. From her phone, he tried to text it to himself out of her phone that day.
When you're saying her, you're talking about Angele.
Not her.
Sam.
What?
He had her phone.
He had my phone. He's going through my photos, and he I had like photos of like in a bathing suit, whatever, my phone, and he starts like going through it and tagging all the ones that he wanted of me, like in whatever, and he tried to send it to him, and there was so many photos that it took forever, and so then I looked at it and I was like, what the fuck, cancel, you know, and it didn't end up going through. I think I like put my shit on AirDrop or something. I mean, not AirDrop, on like airplane mode. And so then it didn't end up going through, but he was acting messy since the day.
So it was from, so I feel like, I'm like, nigga, that's probably where it started, because you was on some other shit that night. You was on some other shit that day. So I'm like, bruh, like, maybe that's when it started, because you tried her, it didn't work, you know what I mean? So maybe, I don't know if you just went down the line. I'm not trying to say this Angele or whatever, you know what I mean? But it's like,
okay.
It was just
I personally, my feelings of it, like, I don't think Angele knew the whole extent of their relationship, because
at the beginning,
I like Angele and I think she's a good person, and I think if she knew how serious it was, I don't think she would have been, because like I actually talked to her like last night, and she was like, all this stuff went forward and it's been hard on her and I'm sure on him, and she was like, I said a prayer for him. I thought that was really sweet.
She is
like
sweet.
That shows you have a good,
she's a
like
lady.
you're actually she handled it, I think, as best as she could, because that must have been hard for her to go through. Like I think as girls, like, we've all dated those guys that are kind of like jerks and like you know,
that's
so it's like that sucks. Like I don't know, but I just feel like maybe he like led her to believe it wasn't as serious, maybe, or something. I don't know, because I just don't feel like she would have totally like
went that way
and hung out with him multiple times.
Right, but after your birthday party,
yeah.
You know, and everybody's talking about like guy code. I'm like, there's guy code, and we gave this man plenty of opportunities. About Andrew, what happened? Like, if you're lying to us, we can't. You know what I mean? There's only so much we can do. We can't help you. Like, help me. Like, you know, help you, bro. Like, just tell the truth, nigga. Like, what's happening, bro? Like, help
Jerry
me.
Maguire.
But if there's only so much we can do, though. If you want to take this line to the great, nigga, I can't help you no more, bro. Like, especially with the whole phone thing. Like, still, like I said, even to that point, I was still kind of like, all right, Andrew, what's popping? What's going on? Like, you here now? We're in this scenario, and I'm like, okay, you know why we're here. You coming here trying to talk all this small talk, bro. You know why we're here, you know? Like, and then that happened with the whole phone situation, and that's kind of when I was like, bro, where you messed up tonight was where. Like, where you lost me was when you was like, I don't have. Yeah, when you was like, oh, my phone's. I'm like, my God, now you're insulting my intelligence. Like, I didn't just see you have your phone in your hand.
Just now.
You know what I mean? Like,
and we didn't have breaks. Like, it wasn't like, oh, he could have went to his car. Like, no, we were filming that whole time.
Straight up.
Well, you know what they always say: the truth comes to light. So.
Like, oof. I'm like, you messed up. Like, that's where you messed up tonight. Like, you was. Now you're lying.
It's like you almost got away with it.
You almost got away with this. Like, you almost got away with this.
I left my phone in the car.
Should have quit while you was ahead. You should have just shut up.
Man.
He was turned blind in 2 seconds.
Well, I'm going to call it.
Before we continue with this, Neema, you got something to tell the viewers.
Yes, what I would like to say is that thank you guys so much for allowing us to be the ESPN of TV Talk, but right now we can use your help. If you are on YouTube, I need you to give us a thumbs up, but not just that, subscribe. Or if you're listening through iTunes, give us a 5-star rating. But no matter what you do, we need your comments, because myself, Miss Shenanigans, Angele, Lim, and these beautiful, beautiful cast members of Love and Listens would not be here without your comments. So please comment, watch this show, and watch every show on the platform. Thank you.
So,
Really? You done it by yourself?
I just do it by myself. I want to shift just a little bit because I want to talk about, since you two are here, obviously your involvement was very heavy in the season. And I wanted to get, like, because we saw, and I like how they kind of wrapped everything up. They said where everyone was. And so they said you guys are friends and you're still doing listings together and everything's cool. Can you just speak on your friendship?
I mean, like, we so when I first got into the business, like, Samantha had been in the business longer than I did, and she knows a lot of shit on the West Side. So I would reach out to her about students. I'm like, hey, look, I have somebody coming to do something on the West Side, blase, blase, blase. I know you know this area a lot. What's going on? So, like, we have a really, really good working relationship besides whatever happened with us personally.
Right.
That is what it is. You know what I mean? But business-wise, we're in the same profession. So I'm like, nigga, like, it's not like I don't like the girl. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, but, and we're in the same profession. So you don't burn bridges. Like, I'm like, and that's not, I don't hate you. So it's like, we didn't work out personally, but that doesn't mean we can't still do business and things together. So that's where we are, you know. So it works, and that's where it's at. So it's kind of just we see each other when we do like open houses and things like that. Literally, like that's when we see each other. Open houses and going through this whole process and things like that. It's been more of a, but outside of that, it's been whole business related.
Right. So Sam, do you think that how they portrayed kind of your storyline and how they was? Do you think it was true to form, or do you think it was a little bit, because we know we cover reality.
They definitely took it to the next fucking level.
Yeah.
Like, I love Zac. I find Zac very handsome. He's an attractive man, right? But and so it's easy to like flirt with him. But at the end of the day, like I do respect his relationship when he is in a relationship. I love Zac. I have love for him. But we went down that way. We know it doesn't work. It's not going to work out. I don't know what the viewers want to see, if they like want to see us together, but it's not. Personally, it's we're friends. We're really good friends, actually. We talk regularly. We talk about business. Like the other day, I had someone come in my open house. Zac had an expired listing that I thought would be perfect. So I was like, I called him. I was like, Zac. Oh, she. I don't know yet. I have to follow up, but
it's like a real business. Real business.
So I'm like, hey, can we still show that? He's like, yeah. So I sent her the listing. Like see if she wants to preview it. We'll find out, but. Yeah, so we have a working relationship, friendship. Yeah.
Dope. Did you when Kat showed up when we saw him that looked mad awkward. I'm not gonna lie. Was that? That looked really weird because it was like almost a hug. It was like a little wilted, like chicken wing handshake, like one of these.
Did you see like Kat kind of wipe her hand after she?
I did not see that.
I didn't see that either.
Like she like connected with Samantha like hi, and then she did like
what?
This. I was like,
no.
Oh yeah. See, she was the one that was hating.
No, listen, I video recorded it.
What?
Y'all need to go back and
I have to go back and see. I didn't see
look
that
at
part.
that.
Honestly, I felt like either way, it was still a sticky, heated situation. But I definitely commend you, brother.
Maybe that's why, because it was sticky.
Because I've been in that situation before, so I commend you for that, for bringing her around, because
And then she's like, why would he bring his? Why would I not?
Because I felt like if you didn't bring her, then you would make her feel like you were hiding something, and then all of a sudden she'll go off on you even more.
That's like Andrew not bringing Jalissa. Everybody had their significant others that day.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody mattered.
That was weird that he didn't bring Jalissa.
He never, not one time.
So it wasn't like that was editing. He just didn't bring her around. She never came to any group events.
I feel like that's weird because like when you're in a relationship with someone, especially you're engaged, like you're supposed to bring that person around. Like even if you do have a situation where something has happened, you always want to show respect to to your partner. Especially, which is why I said I definitely commend Zac. But
and Zac, what was the energy between you and Kat? You guys seemed like you were very like individualized during that event. Like, did you guys get into it in the car on the way over? Like,
she wasn't trying to have it in general. You know what I mean? Like, this shit was real. You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't fucking like with the entire situation. Right. So it was a very stressful time period. You know what I mean? And you got to understand.
I mean, can I?
But the thing about it is, Kat was on her own show, so. She did things on her show that she thought would carry over to what I was doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because she was in a scenario. I know how this works. They're gonna make y'all do this. So I'm like, no, that's what you did. You know what I mean? Like you did that. But because you did that, now you feel like this is what everything is. And I'm sitting there. So every night I'm sitting like no, you know what I mean? Like I don't like what the so it was, and then I pull up this, and she over here going hella hard every time. I'm like, nigga, like, cuz like I was getting it from every angle.
Zac, throughout the filming, he really is a good boyfriend and good guy. Like you were loyal, you were a good guy. Yeah. I do have to say that he was. I saw that. I mean, that shit was rough. It was hard on him.
That shit was. That's why when the whole Michelle Williams, I blew up because. I'm upstairs and I'm like, what? Like, what happened? Like, what's going on? I'm like, nah, we ain't going to.
When you was
I was like, nah, we're not going to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, nah, we're not going to do that. So it was because I'm sitting here foreshadowing. I'm like, shit, when this shit airs, I'm going to be sitting on the couch with Kat. And she going to be in her feelings. Oh, you didn't say that. That's why she hit me with the dot. I was like, no, don't go there. I can have you right now if I want. Nah, because now you disrespecting my entire relationship. You know what I mean? Nah, we ain't going to do that. Like, we did didn't have to go here, but now that you went here, I have to ether you. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I
was shocked as fuck because I was like, wait, you really want to bring that up right now? You want to bring up personal business?
Yeah.
And at the end, like, you know, at the end of the night, he apologized. He's like, sorry, you know, for bringing that up, but you're over here questioning my relationship, and I'm not about to go home and have to deal with that. So to shut you up, I'm gonna talk about our personal life. And yeah, but that's at the end of the day, it's like not Zac's character, in my opinion.
Glad you guys resolved that.
That was like he was going through so much at home. So,
but like,
but I'm just letting you know. I mean, again, so before we did that, mind you, that day there was so much going on in there that we were there for like 2.5, 3 hours.
You talking about for the finale?
For that scene.
The scene that Zac couldn't get hard.
Like filming that shit, we were there for like 3 hours.
Oh wow.
So that was after like 2.5 hours go by, like, you know, they kind of give me the because they wanted us to talk. I went off film. I went off scene. I was like, nah, we're not talking about that today. Like, you guys have enough going on in here where you have enough tape, enough footage. Yeah. We're not going there today. So I grab a drink. I go back into scene. I sit down. So Zac, where's your girlfriend? Right so that's what we doing. Like I literally just told them.
Right.
I didn't want to go there tonight. But as soon as I come back, Sam's up. So I'm already. Okay. I'm ready to stir my drink up a little bit. We're going here tonight. Nigga, what's up? Because I just told you. So in my head, I'm thinking they went and told her, but she just did that shit on her own. You know what I mean?
Like today's standpoint, I don't think I can have Zac if I want him, right? Like we're friends, we keep it there. Yeah. But at that moment, I did feel like, I know what I bring to the table. I know what we were like when we were in our relationship. Like, Zac literally would be like, what's your ring size? Like, see? And so, like, he really wanted to put a ring on it. So, like, him, like, me knowing all of that, I'm like, no, but he wanted to wife me. Like, all of a sudden, he doesn't want to wife me. Like, why?
It was 2 years.
Okay. Let me say this.
A whole 2 years had passed since that moment.
And I'm still the same beautiful, ambitious, successful woman.
Let me say this. I mean, I did say, because, you know, we've all had this conversation. Everybody, you know, and of course, I felt like they were trying to make it seem like you were jealous. But like woman to woman, you know, like you don't have to say anything. Like you just know when you have chemistry with somebody, and you can see them with someone else, but you're like, and not even at your head, and you're like, she's not me. So at the end of the day, like, I know what this person likes, so I'm gonna let them go through their little situation, but we still have chemistry. Yeah. And I felt like that's what it was, more of it making it seem like you were jealous.
Yeah.
To me.
No, and we have natural chemistry. Everyone even sees that. Like, when every scene that we did together. And you guys
are clearly still friends. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Carrie Hilson, it was a deleted scene, but we did a showing with Carrie Hilson. Carrie Hilson knew nothing about Zac and I's past. And she's in there like, did you guys date? Like, you guys have way too much chemistry going on. Like, and it's just,
she picked
it's a natural.
Up on it.
Yeah, she picked up on it. It's
kind
just
like
natural.
And it's nothing negative. It's
and like Laz picked up on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Were you hoping something would have maybe happened?
No.
Okay. You were just like thrown to the
whatever, Samantha. Whatever.
We do have some in the chat.
Hey guys, let me go ahead and shout out these viewers, these participating live chatters real quick. We have Asia Stooks, Vanessa, Preston. They going ham. Right here in the live chat, we have Asia saying, shout out to Zac for putting Andrew on blast about that phone. Sam, you had Ajani's back. Kudos to you. Sarah, girl, damn, this happened at your event. And then Andrew could have told the truth earlier to avoid this embarrassing situation.
Wasn't gonna do that.
And then Preston says, like, I want to see the dynamic between Ajani and Andrew in season 2, because I'm pretty sure they'll still have to work together at some point. And then we have like a lot of amens to Zac, because they felt like Zac actually brought the situation to a head. Like, wait a minute, I saw the phone.
Oh, about that.
So, like, kudos to you for not doing that guy code thing and actually calling a spade, because you could have totally acted dumb to the situation and caught him offline, but you like called him out, which was really huge to the viewers. So good for you.
Word.
Yeah.
So there was a couple other things that happened in this episode. First of all, we did see Jacob pass his real estate exam. Yep. Thanks to Sara. Thanks to Sara. You know, all that hard work that she did. But that was a huge point for him. We saw him talking to his dad. His dad was very proud of him. We see that Taylor and Mack Wiles, that was kind of awkward.
That was interesting.
Yeah,
that was so awkward.
It was like...
Can we rest real quick right there? About
yes, we can.
Situation?
I think we should too. Go ahead.
Okay. No, Sam. I want to hear your piece about that.
You first?
Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of feel where Taylor's coming from, because you're trying to be professional, yet this guy's hitting on you, and he's kind of being flirtatious, and you're also wanting to get a sale done. I've been in those positions before where you have a client, you're trying to sell them the house, you want to be professional, but you also kind of want, at the same time, want to make them comfortable and yet like get the sale. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to flirt with the idea, yet say the selling points and what you want to say. And I think that she was a perfect example of that type of scenario. It happens all the time, and you really do try and keep it professional, but when he's flirting with her too, you know? Yeah. And when you're attracted to somebody, they're attracted to you, and you kind of want to it's like a teeter-totter thing that you have to play.
I felt like it was a two-way street.
I didn't see nothing wrong.
Sure.
I didn't
know you were.
I didn't see anything unprofessional.
He shot his shot first.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Like when they met at the studio, he shot his shot first.
He started.
Andrew didn't let me know you were this cute, like off rip.
Yeah.
So
but see, I really felt like there's a way that you can keep it professional without the extra flirtiness, like the there's a certain way that we as women carry ourselves, like in a dominant space where you're not going to like pull me out of my zone. Like I'm in a bubble of professionalism, and you're not gonna take me there.
But I think the biggest thing happened, and I'm sorry, Sam. I think the biggest thing happened when she had showed him the master master bedroom, and she was like, "So are you the only person who's gonna be in there?"
And there was some times, but that was also her first time being in that situation. So I think that like she handled it well, and like moving forward, and she'll grow, and she'll like know how to like kind of just always bring it back to business and not like go flirting and stuff, but for being in that position for the first time by herself with a guy that is flirting with her, and she's trying to like sell the house, and yet you could tell she's like so nervous because she's trying to like remember, okay, what are the specs of the home, you have a lot going on when you're doing a showing, and so personally I think that she handled it well. But
I mean, I don't think it was a bad thing. I just think that we could clearly
it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible.
It just was mad awkward.
It was very awkward. It's like he was flirting and she was flirting, and there's business trying to happen. So
and then she couldn't drive the car that she was trying to press.
The car thing, that was really funny because that's totally how I drive. Like, and then the person was like walking by in front.
Right. She almost.
Oh my gosh, she almost hit that person, and I was like,
crazy. What were you gonna say, Sarah?
Nothing.
I think you grabbed the mic like you had something to say.
You gave it to me.
Word.
What do you ask me?
Well, since you do have the mic, your event, I wanted to ask you what that was, because we saw it said Sara Sells LA. And so what can you expound on what that was, the event itself? And is this something that you're still doing?
Yeah, so the event was basically just kind of my party to show like I'm making it in LA. I've been working really hard, been able to get some awesome clients, and just kind of like celebrating my success of being in LA and moving from Orange County. So
yay.
Oh, go.
Yeah, so the name of the brokerage is Homegevity. So you're realtor for life. I want to work with you on the past sales, the future sales, and then when I work with rappers, it's Homegevity.
I love it.
You forget that her grandma's in Compton, right?
Wait, can I clear up the grandma?
I'm done. Sarah, I'm done.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
I love rappers,
she about to get her.
Grab the mic, Zach. Grab the mic.
My grandma. Yes, I'm chill. Okay. So my grandma is like an amazing grandma, and she's like very strict and stuff. So she actually did not live in Compton, but she was a Catholic school teacher. So
in Compton.
Yes. In Compton.
So she worked in Compton.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
But anyways, okay.
That's still crazy. Listen,
you still get a little street cred over here.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Homie-gevity, though.
Yeah. That's great.
I can't.
Homie-gevity.
What are your takeaways from, this is obviously the first season that this has happened. I know that there's some stuff in talks in the season 2. And so I wanted to get from you, like, did you feel that it worked out? I mean, obviously, I think you had a great viewership and showing in regards to the viewers accepting the show. The fact that they, are in talks with it season 2, that's a good thing because they're not just like, all right, we're done.
Yeah.
So what are your takeaways from the show itself? We'll start with you, Sam.
Oh, okay. My character per se, like my whole storyline was revolved around Zac, and if and when we go into season 2, I would love to show people, like, I've been in this business for 5 years. I have so much cool real estate going on, not just on the residential side, but transitioning into commercial and development.
Nice.
And so I would love to showcase that, and also more celebrities that I work with. Yeah, and just kind of like doing some dope shit. Like, I work at a really cool brokerage. They're like top brokerage, luxury brand, and I just want to like show people, like, look, this is who I am as a realtor. Like, I'm really about my shit, and all you haters out there that keep talking about how I'm delusional and thirsty and all of that, like, I'm more than just that.
I'm more than just that.
She said, I might be a little bit of that sometimes. But yeah,
Damn, bringing that paper home.
Yes, like at the end of the day, like, I do feel like I'm a boss. Like, I don't work for anybody. I work for myself. I pay my own bills. You know what I mean? And like, I just really want to be able to showcase that. So yeah.
Dope.
Yes.
So we're talking about like going into season 2.
But from well, if we did, but like even season 1, I just. There was so much that I learned also about myself, like how I would talk, and like sometimes I was like, okay, wait a minute, you need to be a little bit more professional in a professional setting. Why are you talking like that? Like it was a good reflection for myself too. So on a personal level, I got to learn so much from the show.
Word. Okay.
Dope.
What about you, Zac?
So the question was like, what again?
The question was, what are your takeaways from the season, from doing the show, being on reality TV, all of that?
I mean, it was an experience for sure. It was something new, like for all of us. But it's kind of just for me. It was kind of normal for me, so to speak. It's just because of my past profession. It's just now I don't have a helmet on. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like when we're in these scenarios, I'm not even worried about cameras and things like that because I'm not. I don't even see that shit because I'm in here. I'm focused on what's going on and go forth. So it was just to see kind of the inner workings of everything and how they edit stuff together and kind of okay. And like she said, sometime when you like, all right, my mom, of course, like after our whole scene, I had to call my mom and apologize about that shit. Just like, Mom, look, there's gonna be some stuff you're gonna see that's gonna make it hard to smash some Scarface for you. But but outside of that, it was a great experience. The platform itself, more people. So I was the other day actually. I ran into like this 60-year-old black dude. I was at the golf course and we're at the starter gate about to pay for our round, and I had some J's on, so he kind of segued this conversation into that. He was like, "Oh, I see your shoes," but I was like, "Okay, OG, I appreciate. I see your swag, whatever." Yeah. And then he hit me with like, "I know who you are." Like he was like, "Yeah, I know. I watch you on Love and Listings." Like, you? Like, oh wow. I was like, you watch our show?
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, it's dope what you guys are doing. That what you guys are bringing to the table and what you guys are highlighting and everything." So I was like, "Oh shit, like respect." Like I didn't even. You don't even strike me as somebody who would even watch our show. And the fact that you're sitting here is like, oh, I know who you are. And like, I like what you guys are doing. It shows it's something different. It changes. And I was like, oh, shit. OG, respect that, So it was that kind of is huge too. So that's the biggest takeaway I get from everything,
Nice.
Okay.
So my takeaway is but this business, it really is tough. Like, you have to have thick skin and you have to work so hard. Like, I've had so many deals that didn't go through, and so like even in real life, I brought a pretty famous rapper. Oh
yeah, you did.
To your open house. This was not even on camera, and it was just real life. So this is our life, working with these celebrity clients and working hard. And I think my biggest takeaway is like, I realized like I'm stronger than I thought, because in the past I would have thought like hearing mean things about me or whatever, I would have been so upset, and like it really didn't get to me. I was just like, you know what, that's somebody's opinion, and I know myself and I know who I am. And so that was kind of cool to see, like I can hear whatever, and it's like, it's okay, you know?
Off, yeah.
It's like it was a lot of growth, and it's continuous growth. Like I just got a new therapist. I'm so excited.
Nice.
Season 2. I'm not doing season 2 without therapy. It's great. I mean, come on. I think that's one thing I should have probably done in season 1 is like kind of, connect with a mentor or just somebody to like make sure you're good. Yeah, because it is a lot. Like you're thrown into situations and you're dealing with a lot of stuff. Like I think it's good to just continuously like grow and work on yourself, because then it's like my business always gets better when I'm helping other people, like I said, or just working with other people. So overall it's been positive, but I think for all of us, like I have love pretty much for like everybody, even people, like when situations weren't great or whatever. It's like you look back and you're like, I have compassion and love for you, and moving forward, I think everybody kind of can look at themselves and grow from this whole experience. So I think season 2 would be really lit.
Yeah. She said lit homie-gevity. Homie-gevity.
Look at her.
She said swagger. The entire word.
It's the whole one.
The whole one.
Swagger.
Oh, man.
I love it.
Shannon, can you kind of expound on our top moments that we feel like from the season?
Yeah, for sure. I'd say episode 1 or 2, when it started off with Jacob talking to his dad on the phone, and how they tied that in at the end as well, and how his dad said he was proud, and that's what he needs to hear, because it's hard. It's hard out there, like you guys were saying. And then also I'd say Sara and Jacob's little romantic spark, because then we kind of saw Taylor getting a little jelly, like we saw that kind of unfold. Then obviously the PJ party, like when Angele said her truth, when the physical fight happened, like that was a very telling point. And then also the finale, Andrew caught red-handed. So I'd say that's how I'd wrap it up.
Okay. Yeah. Boom. Speaking of, I want to double back to Sara because we did see at the very end of the season that you and Taylor had made up. And it seemed like you guys were cool. What's the situation? Are you guys still cool?
Well, we haven't really talked or hung out. Like I feel like I don't really know her anymore. Like we filmed a lot together. And I look back and like we did have some fun times. And I don't have hate towards her. And especially seeing her situation with her mom, like I get it. Like I worked in treatment, so I've been around a lot of like mothers that had addiction problems, and just seeing the process and how hard that is. Like I mean, it really did, like looking back, make me understand her more. So like I hope that we can get to a good place and like continue to both grow. And like I honestly do, I hope the best for her, and I hope that especially with her mom, like her mom does seem like such a beautiful woman, and like I understand the struggle. I've like been through it, so I just look from moving forward, like I want the best for her and her mom in that whole situation. So.
Word. What's interesting is just thinking back about like all the cast members. We saw Jacob talking to his dad in prison, but Taylor was the only one that really had interaction with her family outside of the cast members.
Right.
We saw it with her father and with her mother.
That's true.
So that was something as you were talking, I was thinking.
I want my family in next season, because we're gonna have Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
He came to my Christmas this last year. He's my brother. We adopted him.
If you guys go on Sarah's Instagram, you'll see plenty of her father.
I'll post it later tonight.
Her father is litty, just
my
like
family
her.
is hilarious. Like they're amazing.
Well, we saw a little piece when you had the birthday party, but it would see more. If they do, I mean, if season 2 is cleared, would you all do it? Yeah.
I have a quick question for Zac.
Sure.
Zac, with you knowing that Andrew like pretty much lied to everyone, including yourself, where is your relationship with Andrew right now?
Oh man, it's interesting, yo, because of course this would just happen. It's in the past, but it's kind of like you kind of reliving it. And you're like, damn, nigga, this is really how you are, though. Because even now, you know what I mean? It's just some of the moves that he makes don't make sense. I'm like, nigga, you still, because after the last episode, he goes on social media and deletes all his followers down to one person, down to Jalissa. I'm like, this is a man who had over like 4. I'm like, you went and individually deleted everybody.
Did? Wow.
He did?
And then I don't think he knows he had it live, and I was in there, and so. Taylor asked him, she was like, why did you delete everybody? And he was like, you ever been following a lot of people that you don't know and this, that, and the third? And
it wasn't his followers, it's people he was following.
He was following everybody down to one person, down to Jalissa. He was following over like 400-something people.
That's a statement.
So I'm like, so his what he said about it was like, you ever been following a lot of people that you don't know? And it's just, I got to a point where I just needed to like rid myself of that, blah, blah, blah. I was like, whatever, cool.
Convenient.
And then he goes in his live, it's like, I dress better than these niggas. I had all the best listens on the show, blah, 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 blah.
That's pride.
That was on a Tuesday. So Thursday, I had a meeting, whatever. And he had started following people again. He was following like 20-something people. All people he didn't know. I'm like, nigga, how did you unfollowed everybody because you were following people that you didn't know. And then you went back and started following everybody that you didn't know. Like, you don't make any sense. Like, the shit that you're doing doesn't make sense right now. You know what I mean? It's like, so I'm like, I can't, like, it's weird. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah, bro, like, I come from the locker room status, and if somebody like him in the locker room, leave me alone, bro. Like, I'm not messing with you because what you do doesn't make sense, right? And I can't hang around with you.
Friends moving forward.
Like,
look at her interview, Sarah. Come on, Sarah.
He's taking over.
It's just tough because it's like, I can't trust the nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I don't trust you.
It's a matter of like,
you know what I mean? It's just like, I'm like, I just don't know if I can trust this dude. You know what I mean? I'm like, because nothing you do makes sense. Like, nothing. Period. So it's like, and me, like I said, from my background, like, I don't hang out with dudes like you. Like, in general. So I'm not gonna be on some fake shit now because I don't. People who move like you do, and you clearly have showed yourself.
It's the question of integrity.
You know what I mean? It's like, I can't, I don't,
the right thing when
so it is what it is. So it's going to be interesting going forward.
It is going to be interesting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been our show. Thank you to our guests. We did it. Yes. Man, I really hope a season 2 happens because we definitely want to see how the stories evolve and develop and going forward into that. And we can still cover it again. Booyah. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been your host, Lim Gonzalez, and you can find me everywhere on social media at Lim Gonzalez. Angele, where you at?
Hey guys, you can find me at Angele Taylor. That's Angele with an E at the end of Angel, _ at the end of my name on Instagram.
Yes, so you can find me, Neema Scott, on all social media platforms. Neema Scott. Scott spelled with an E.
And I'm Shannon. You can find me on Instagram at shenanigans.tv.
Yes. Our guest, Sam, where can we find you?
Miss Sammy B, MS_SAMIB.
Okay. Zac?
I'm at Zac Diles, ZACDILES. My bad.
Oh, it's just under the
at Zac Diles, ZACDILES.
Gotcha.
Sarah Shepard, SARAHSCHEPPER.
Oh my God.
And then I have Sarah Shepard Homegevity for my real estate page. Very professional.
Exactly. Nice. And if you're a rapper, then it's Homegevity. Remember that. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for rocking with us this season. We'll see you next season. Peace.
Bye. Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.